Hey, what is up everybody? My name is Katarina, also known as TheExtraTomboy on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. If you don't know me, then, well, I guess right now you're gonna get to know me, but I'm a talent manager in the influencer space, and I also document my life on YouTube. Today I wanted to talk about the mistakes that I've made as a talent manager in the last 5 years. 3 months ago, I hit my 5-year mark in the influencer and hip hop division of talent management. And I just wanted to kind of recap what it's been like to work as a talent manager for the last half decade, as well as talk about the mistakes that I've personally made in the industry. Here we go. The first mistake that I ever made was that I got way too personal with my clients. I didn't realize that that isn't necessarily a good thing. I thought that your manager is supposed to be your best friend and your homie and the person that you invite over to have dinner with your family and get to know everybody in your life. And you know, it's really not that way. You are at complete control of being as close or as distant as you want with your clients. You can be their best friend, definitely, but at the end of the day, like, telling them intimate details about your personal life is, in my opinion, a really bad thing, mainly because of the fact that you are working with this person to make money with them. You are not working with this person for them to be your best friend. And when the lines get blurred, it gets difficult to get paid. So just keep that in mind if you are a new talent manager and interested in working with clients as well as being really close with them. Sometimes when you're really close to someone, it might just be better to keep them as a good friend instead of move into the management division. The next thing that I wanted to cover was leaving the agency that I worked at too soon. I know that I just made an entire video about my experience of working at an agency, and as much as I did not like working there, I do have to say that I did leave very soon. Instead of staying and hanging out and making the connections and gaining the experience that I needed to, I'm very headstrong and stubborn, so I ended up just splitting the agency as soon as I possibly could. I left there after 7 months of working there. That really wasn't my intention. I intended on staying there and working my way up, but it just wasn't the structure that I wanted. And whenever there's something that isn't structurally set up the way that I want, I need it to be my way or it's the highway. That is a huge flaw on my end, and it did end up to me making one of
a girl who wants
Kid can't even read.
to
Cut it out, dude. You're gonna get us in trouble.
Today, Junior?
wow, I'm drunk. And it did lead into me making one of the biggest mistakes in my career. So leaving the industry too soon kind of fell into a few things. I was extremely fresh. I was like totally green as a manager. I had clients, but I didn't have a totally stacked roster. I didn't have the connections that I should have had. And I also did not really gain the experience or capability of networking to the fullest extent because of this situation. Because of that, I would say leaving the agency that I worked at was probably one of the biggest mistakes that I had made. It made me stronger. The next mistake that I made was not staying in touch with brands, other managers, etc. I recently talked about in one of my last videos about needing to stay in touch with people and the need to network and the need to, you know, kind of maintain a relationship with people. Relationships as a manager is so important. You literally are as big as your quote Rolodex is, even though we don't use those anymore. That's a very old term, but you are who your contacts are. And if you are a manager, your job literally is to be that connecting barrier between the artist and the agency or the brand or whatever it may be. Other managers are great to be in contact with because you know, get to know about whatever events are going on for other managers. You get to know, you know, what they're up to, what their clients are looking like, whether they got rid of a client and are looking to, you know, help their client find placement for another manager. So keeping in touch with managers and brands, as well as any other connection that you gain in the industry during your time here, is just so important. My next mistake that I made was not networking. I went through a period of time where I decided that I couldn't make it in Los Angeles, and I relocated to 2 different areas in 2 totally different states. And during that time, I completely had quit networking. Networking you literally can do at any point in time, whenever, wherever, and it is honestly, you can live in fucking Nebraska and make it as a talent manager today. If you aren't gaining these skills that you need to network properly, then maybe management is just not for you. I had quit networking just because it felt like I didn't want to do it. I hated going outside. I absolutely hated that a lot of I despised that a lot of brands and other managers and influencers, you have to go out to like a party setting to be able to get to know them, and drinks are there, and you know, it's like a party scene. So I didn't like that just because that is not like me as a person. I'm not really much of a partier, and that wasn't the persona that I wanted to put off with people. I also think maybe I have like social anxiety or something, but anyway, not networking kind of kills your career. The next thing that I was bad at that made a mistake, that helped me make mistakes in this industry, was I didn't hold professionalism on social media or in emails. I responded to a lot of my emails incredibly late. I wasn't really on the ball with invoicing, and you know, maintaining that professionalism is super important. From start to finish with brand deals, you have to execute with extreme precision, and I just wasn't doing that. Maintaining professionalism on social media, I had a ton of, you know, thought pictures and inappropriate pictures on my Instagram, and that led me to making, you know, the mistakes that I did in my industry. And when you aren't holding professionalism, you look really bad to your clients. So that completely includes the mistakes that I've made as a talent manager. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Now, I'm not saying this to scrutinize other managers. You can do whatever you want, and you can, you know, feel whatever you want, post whatever you want on your social media, and it's just, at the end of the day, you need to maintain and hold professionalism, which I completely failed as a talent manager. I broke a lot of boundaries, but by no means do I regret anything that I did. These are the lessons that taught me and helped build me into the person that I am today, and helped build me into being the boss that I am today. So, you know, if you guys want to be a manager, you need to walk the talk and not just speak it. You need to actually do it and throw it into existence. Pretty soon, once I get really back into management a lot more than I have been lately, I'm going to start going out and actually vlogging a little bit more than I am. I do a lot of sit down videos because I've kind of paused a little bit of things. I have some personal matters happening in my life right now, so I needed to, you know, put my career a little bit on the back burner, and we're soon to be jumping back into it and getting to where we're supposed to be going with it. So with that being said, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your week. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you can see every time that I post. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. If you have any questions for me or want, you know, a different type of video content, I would love to get back. I would love to hear your feedback. I'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, I hope that you've enjoyed the content that I've been creating this week. I have been just trying to focus on pumping out 2 videos every single week. Starting with this week, so I'm sorry that this video isn't really like the best filmed video. It was kind of quick. I sat down and I really rushed through it instead of taking my time. You know, instead of being upset and sitting on it, I'm going to put the content out there, because at the end of the day, these are mistakes that I made in the industry that I would love for everybody to know, especially if you're looking into becoming a manager. I have one more video that's gonna come out on Friday, and it is the part 2 of Kodak and the update on whether a rescue dog can actually indeed turn into a service animal. He is home right now, he's sleeping, and I'm about to film that part of the video, so I'm saving this little speech for that. But I will catch you guys in the next one, and thank you so much for all of your support. I really appreciate it.